Here's Samuel. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
No gain on the play there, second down.
To the air, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now it's Hines. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On play action, Allen. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one, they've made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick six. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on them.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
On one, ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's caught inside the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Burrow. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of... Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Nowhere to go here, he lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, Allen. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 30 yards. And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit.
And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 24.
14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Play action. It's Burrow. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this returnable for Hines. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Allen off the play fake. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This is Hines. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now Burrow on first down. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 1, right?
Now a 2nd and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
One final try here for Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills' first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They run again with Hines. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
65 yards on the ground for him so far.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, it's Hines, and he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And now they'll throw with Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Bell. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.